Immerse yourself in the fantastic world of Shark Tale.
Good morning, Southside Reef. I'm Katie Current, keeping it current.
Shark Tale takes place in a contemporary underwater metropolis where the sharks run the reef and the fish shell out the clams.
Bring my 5,000 clams to the racetrack tomorrow or else.
Or else what?
The boys will explain.
It's very much a play on a genre of film that, in the way that Shrek sort of sent up fairy tales, this sort of takes the classic mob genre and turns it upside down and inside out.
Bada bing, bada boom, Pop's happy, you're a shark, life goes on. Abish?
I was drawn to work on Shark Tale by kind of both the comedic possibilities of the movie and the heart of the movie. I thought it would be really fun to work on a story that was an urban story but merged with classic backdrop of the mob genre. It just seemed like a lot of fun to do all of that under the sea.
Hi, I'm Oscar. You might think you know, but you have no idea.
We spent a lot of time at the beginning trying to imagine what a unique underwater fantasy world would look like. We wanted to have icons that were recognizable from the everyday human world, but make it all fishified.
I brought you some breakfast.
You didn't?
Mm-hmm.
Kelby creams?
Your favorite.
We knew that we were going to have to create a fantastic city underwater that was first recognizable as a city.
One of the biggest challenges right off the bat was, what is this world going to look like? Because it was a fantasy world.
There's kind of two looks to the film, which was really difficult to try to combine. There's the mob world, and then there's the hip-hop world. So that was really tough because the mob world has a very muted tone to it. It's got deep mahoganies, it's got rich browns, it's got black and white, which the sharks lend themselves completely to this world.
I got some news.
Yeah, let's talk over here.
Then you've got the hip-hop neighborhood, which we needed to relate to the Coral Reef City, which is much more colorful. You know, much more primary colors, much more fun, playful, a lot more vibrant.
Slight congestion here on the Inner Reef 95. There's an overturned mackerel. Authorities are trying to calm him down.
The biggest challenge was how to create an underwater look.
They didn't have bricks or cement, they had coral and they had seaweed. And so at first blush, you look at the screen and say, oh, that's Times Square.
The traffic scene in the middle of Times Square is a real easy way to see how we were fishifying something familiar. You know, you can imagine if you're in Times Square and it's busy lunch hour and there's cabs everywhere.
Don't you yell at me, my mother is your mother, okay?
We've accomplished, I think, a very unique look in animated film, something that we haven't seen before. We've taken ideas of the undersea and instead of trying to make it just natural, but taking reality and amping it up, and really sort of over-exaggerating it and mixing it with a very artistic style.
And here comes Lucky Day.
When you come up with terms like fishification, it's a symbol for a way of approaching your work.
I suppose each animated film has its own color or texture to it, but this one has something very vibrant about it. And because of maybe the water and everything else, it moves, and it's beautiful to watch. But it's just neat, every little thing that they've thought of. To change everything to fish and fish references. I think they must be going insane. Everybody who's working on this thing.
I love you, man.
Well, hold up.
The animators took great care in creating a perfect blend of fish and humans when designing the amazing characters that populate the urban reef.
The first thing I was like, oh my God, how can we have hand gestures with fish? They don't have hands.
Yeah, I think people will still see a little bit of Will Smith in Oscar, and for me, it's just the best.
You have to put the same amount of work and passion into those characters for them to blossom and become, you know, great characters.
They've captured my essence with the character of Lenny. I think they went overboard with the pot belly. And I'm gonna have a strict talking to the artist team about trimming that down.
Ta-da! Sebastian, the whale-washing dolphin.
So when you're looking at our fish, if you kind of look closely and then remember what like Martin Scorsese looks like, or Will Smith, or Angelina Jolie, you'll see their facial qualities in there real subtly.
How you doing, pretty lady?
So when I first was asked to do this or to come in and meet, I kind of sat in a room and everybody was explaining the story and how exciting the story was. There were pictures of all these different fish, and there was one who was very pointy eyebrows and kind of looked a little wicked and a bit sparkly and red, and I got lucky. I get to be her. I like her.
X circle, X, double left square, right trigger down, square.
Oh, double square! Respect!
Respect.
Ernie and Bernie are very successful. I'm really proud of the way they turned out. They were the hardest characters to do, to make look deep, bright, to look appealing.
They look more creepy than we actually are. We're not that creepy.
I love every character in this movie. You know, from Oscar to the jellyfish, I mean, I love all of them.
It's half the fun of this movie is that with a cast like this, we really enjoyed bringing their faces into the movie. It's have a way of bringing the character, the actor's personality into a character, but it was really fun that our designs actually helped support that.